Before she became America's favorite neat freak, Monica Geller on Friends, Courteney Cox was already making waves in Hollywood. But it turns out her talent for tidying up extended to real estate too. While the world laughed along with her on-screen antics, Cox was quietly curating one of the most stylish and jaw-dropping home portfolios in celebrity history. Think Malibu beach views, haunted hideaways, and mid-century marvels. Here is a stroll through her multi-million-dollar portfolio. Before Courteney Cox settled into her dream Malibu estate, she lived in what was once described as the most amazing place I've ever lived in. The place was a unique beach house designed by legendary architect John Lautner, tucked away in the prestigious Holmby Hills area of Los Angeles, right on Carbon Beach. This home was more than just a coastal getaway, it was a work of art. Lautner, a disciple of Frank Lloyd Wright, created it in 1979. Cox became the proud owner in the early 2000s, paying nearly $10.2 million. The house had 5,000 square feet of space and stretched along 80 feet of beach frontage. This gave it one of the best ocean views in the city. Nearly every room opened up to that sparkling Pacific view. It had 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, with a bold, curved roofline that gave the home its signature look. Skylights allowed sunlight to pour in during the day, and at night, you could hear the soft crash of the waves just outside. There was also a swimming pool tucked away within the home's peaceful modern design. This was no ordinary celebrity beach house. Lautner's architecture always had a futuristic touch, and this home was no exception. It had a flow and openness that felt ahead of its time, with an organic blend of glass, stone, and open space. Cox, known for her appreciation of architecture and design, found herself completely in love with the property. It was a place that allowed her to unwind and take in the quiet beauty of the California coast. But even paradise has its downside. As much as she adored the home, Cox eventually let it go, citing a lack of privacy. Because it sat level with a public stretch of beach, she found it difficult to relax fully, especially with curious beachgoers so close. Still, selling the home wasn't just a personal move, it was a smart financial one. In 2007, she sold the property to Frank and James McCourt, then owners of the Los Angeles Dodgers, for about $33.5 million. This was more than triple what she'd paid for it, making it one of the savviest real estate deals in her portfolio. Looking back, this house tells us a lot about Courteney Cox. It reveals her refined eye for design and her ability to spot a home that's more than just beautiful, it's meaningful. While she moved on to other spectacular properties, the Holmby Hills beach house remains a standout in her real estate story. Not just for its price tag, but for its personality, elegance, and unforgettable view of the sea. After parting ways with her stunning beach house, Courteney Cox turned her sights to the quiet hills of Beverly Hills, where she found a different kind of retreat. In June of 2004, right around the time she welcomed her daughter, Coco, with then-husband David Arquette, she purchased a home in the exclusive Trousdale Estates neighborhood. The price tag was $5.45 million, but what she got in return was a mid-century masterpiece perched in the foothills of Santa Monica. This house was built in 1959 by the well-respected architect A. Quincy Jones, known for his clean, elegant designs and thoughtful use of space. With 5,500 square feet sitting on a nearly acre of land, the home featured 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, all spread across a comfortable single-story layout. Unlike many homes in the hills that crowd together, this property had room to breathe. There was a 6-car garage, a spacious driveway, and a large swimming pool in the back, perfect for both entertaining and relaxing. The design had timeless charm, but Cox didn't stop there. In 2006, she brought in architect Cory Buckner to restore and refine the home. Buckner, known for preserving classic mid-century architecture, helped breathe new life into the space while keeping its original spirit intact. The result was a blend of modern polish and vintage grace. It was a home that felt both sophisticated and grounded. Trousdale Estates have long been known as a haven for Hollywood stars. It offers the perfect mix of privacy and prestige, with sweeping views and gated properties. For Cox, it was the ideal environment to raise her daughter and continue her career in peace, and while it didn't have the dramatic ocean views of her former beach house, it had its quiet elegance, nestled among trees and hillside breezes. After a decade of calling it home, Cox sold the property in 2014. The rumored buyer was music producer Dr. Luke, and the final sale price was reportedly around $18 million. Once again, Cox had turned a smart purchase into a substantial return. It was more than 3 times what she originally had paid, a clear sign of her sharp instincts in the world of luxury real estate. This home marked a special chapter in Cox's life, both personally and professionally. It was where she became a mother, restored a piece of architectural history, and proved that her real estate decisions were as thoughtful as her career choices, while she would go on to find even more peace in her beloved Malibu estate. The Beverly Hills home holds a solid place in the story of Courteney Cox's impressive real estate journey. For Courteney Cox, finding the perfect home wasn't just about location, it was about creating a space that felt like a true reflection of who she was. In 2007, she found just that in a breathtaking estate in Malibu, California. Unlike her earlier homes, which were more about investment and architectural prestige, this property became her sanctuary. She once said, "This is a house I'll never move from. It really is so special to me. And once you step inside, it's easy to see why." Built on 2 acres of oceanfront land, the estate blends understated luxury with a warm, lived-in feel. It's not just one house, but a collection of beautifully designed structures, including the main residence, guest cottages, a tennis house, and even a private screening room. There's also a saltwater swimming pool, perfect for afternoon swims, and a lava rock fire pit, surrounded by cozy banquet seating, ideal for winding down as the sun sets over the Pacific. The interior design represents Cox's refined taste and love for natural textures. She worked with architect Michael Kovac and designer 𝗁𝗵𝗄𝗃 to create a space that she once described as a modern barn. The home features white walls, wide plank wood floors, and an open layout that allows ocean light to fill each room. French doors in the main bedroom open directly onto a private deck where the sound of crashing waves become part of everyday life. What makes this property stand out isn't just its beauty, it's the intention behind every detail. Cox took her time making it her own. She handpicked design elements and was involved in the renovation process every step of the way. This wasn't just a celebrity home makeover, it was a personal labor of love. From the kitchen finishes to the outdoor landscaping, everything represents a balance between comfort and elegance. Malibu has long been a favorite hideaway for Hollywood's elite, but Cox's estate doesn't scream for attention. It whispers of serenity, privacy, and a connection to nature. It's a place where she can entertain friends, enjoy time with her daughter, or retreat from the spotlight. And unlike her previous homes, this one seems to have roots. It's more than a beautiful property, it's her forever home. In addition to its thoughtful design and serene setting, Courteney Cox's Malibu home has also become a creative hub. She's hosted music sessions, filmed interviews, and even shot scenes for projects there. Friends like 𝗁𝗔𝗡𝗡𝗟 and 𝗁𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏 have visited to perform and collaborate, giving the space a warm artistic energy. Cox has shared glimpses of these moments on social media, revealing how the home functions as both a private escape and a lively gathering spot. Its layout supports that balance, offering open areas for entertaining and tucked-away corners for solitude. With her deep love for music, design, and meaningful connection, it's no wonder this estate has become more than just a residence. It's truly an extension of her personality and passions. Over the years, this estate has been featured in design magazines and admired by fans and professionals alike. But for Courteney Cox, it's not about the headlines, it's about the feeling the home gives her. After years of buying, selling, and renovating, she found the place that finally just felt right. And in the story of her real estate journey, the Malibu estate isn't just another impressive chapter, it's the heart of the book. After settling into the comfort of her Malibu estate, Courteney Cox still kept a foothold in the city with a pair of stylish high-rise condos in one of Los Angeles' most iconic buildings, Sierra Towers. Known for attracting celebrities and high-profile residents, this sleek 31-story building sits perfectly between Beverly Hills and West Hollywood. For someone like Cox, who values both privacy and design, it offers the best of both worlds, a secure, luxurious space with breathtaking city views and a touch of Hollywood history. Her first purchase came in 2011, when she bought a unit on the 25th floor for $2.1 million. It was a 1,725 square foot condo with 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Perched high above the city, this space offered a front row seat to Los Angeles' ever-changing skyline. With floor-to-ceiling windows and a clean modern design, the condo had an airy, peaceful feel, perfect for a quick escape from the busy pace of life. 3 years later, in 2014, Cox bought a second, smaller unit, also on the 25th floor, this time on the north side of the building. This 1,315 square foot space came with 1 bedroom and 2 bathrooms and cost her $2.5 million. Owning 2 adjacent condos gave her flexibility. She could combine the spaces, use one for guests, or treat the second as a personal office or retreat. It was a practical and elegant solution for someone who was always juggling work, travel, and family life. Sierra Towers isn't just another high-rise. Designed by mid-century modern architect 𝗔𝗯cie𝘂𝘁𝗄𝗡, the building has long been known as one of the most prestigious addresses in Los Angeles. Over the years, its residents have included Sandra Bullock, Elton John, Cher, and many others. With its full-service amenities, 24-hour security, valet parking, a fitness center, and an outdoor pool, it's no surprise celebrities gravitate to its luxury and discretion. Cox eventually sold both units. The first went in 2022 for $4.5 million, more than doubling her investment. The second was sold in 2020 for $2.9 million. The buyer of both condos was socialite 𝗔𝗯ηκε𝘁𝘁𝗂𝘁, who, with the 2 purchases, came to own half the building's 25th floor. Though these units weren't her most famous properties, they added something unique to her portfolio. They offered her convenience, style, and a place to stay whenever she needed to be closer to the city. They also showed her ability to buy and sell with an eye for both personal comfort and long-term value. For Courteney Cox, real estate has always been more than just buying a house. It's about finding the right space for each chapter of life. The Sierra Tower condos gave her a sky-high view of Los Angeles and another opportunity to blend function, style, and investment in one elegant decision. She owned multi-million-dollar estates on the beach and in the hills. She took a chance on a quirky, charming home tucked deep in Los Angeles' Laurel Canyon. This was in 1988, when her star was still rising. She paid $795,000 for a French Normandy-style house with history, character, and, according to some, something a little more supernatural. Built in 1926, the home sat on a quiet hillside lot and measured 3,832 square feet. It had 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, a cozy cabana, and a swimming pool hidden beneath a curtain of trees. This place oozed old Hollywood charm, with vintage touches that echoed the glamour of the past. But it wasn't just the architecture that made this home interesting, it was the stories behind it. The house had some rather famous former residents. Burlesque legend Gypsy Rose Lee once lived there, adding her flair to its colorful history. Later, the home belonged to Carole King, the Grammy-winning singer, songwriter, whose 1971 album, Tapestry, became one of the best-selling records of all time. In fact, she was photographed for the album cover inside this very home. But when Cox moved in, she didn't just inherit old charm and celebrity history, she got a few ghost stories too. Carole King reportedly warned her that the house was haunted, possibly by the spirit of someone tied to a bitter divorce. Cox, curious and open-minded, decided to investigate the claims rather than run from them. She even participated in a seance with King to try and make contact with the spirits. Then things got even stranger. One day, a UPS delivery man came to the door and, as he handed over the package, claimed he saw someone standing behind Cox. When she turned around, there was no one there. That moment reportedly sealed the deal. It was creepy enough to make her reconsider staying. Despite the otherworldly rumors, Cox held onto the home for 3 years before selling it in 1991 for $1.3 million. She made a decent profit and walked away with one of the most unusual real estate stories in Hollywood. While most stars flip properties for their views or designer kitchens, Cox had a story that included seances, celebrity legends, and a possible ghost in the hallway. The Laurel Canyon house may not have been the most glamorous or the most valuable in her portfolio, but it had personality and lots of it. For Cox, it marked the beginning of her real estate journey, a place where she learned to trust her instincts and appreciate homes that carried more than just bricks and beams. Whether haunted or not, this early investment helped shape the thoughtful, design-savvy homeowner she would eventually become. Courteney Cox's real estate journey isn't just impressive, it's deeply personal. Each home represents a different season of her life and her evolving eye for design and comfort. She didn't just buy homes, she created spaces that tell a story.